Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again in this YouTube astrological segment. I'm going to be talking about the moon conjunct Neptune in Synastry. Now, first thing, the unconscious side, the inner personality, which is the moon person, um, may be really much in sync and integrated with what the Neptune person has inspiration for. And if the Neptune person has their Neptune in Sagittarius, as an example, person may be have a lot of inspiration. Could be for sports, outdoor activities, camping, publishing, advertising, expanding horizons. It could be doing something with printing press operation, as some examples. Now, also too. This could be a very intuitive aspect. The moon is connected with the unconscious, the subconscious that has a connection with intuition. Neptune is associated with psychic receptivity. These people may really have an intuitive connection where they understand. They may often know beforehand, before the actions of each person are done, they may know, have some insight as to what they're going to do, what they may say, what the actions are going to be. The moon person, may be very subconsciously drawn to, the mystical and dreamy qualities of the Neptune person. And the thing about this is that, the Neptune person, their idealism, may help, the moon person really in terms of expressing the positive traits that are associated with the unconscious side, the inner personality of the moon person. Because the moon, again, is connected with that unconscious side, that inner persona. Basically, if let's say the moon person, they have their moon in Capricorn, it could be a side, that's very, structured, disciplined, ambitious, premeditative, somebody that has good, business acumen, very professional, serious, mature, as some examples. Also, in another way this synastry aspect may manifest could also be the, you could have the moon person may intensely care, about the Neptune person, attaining his or her dreams or fantasies. If the Neptune person has their Neptune in Scorpio as an example, those dreams and fantasies may be connected with doing something with forensics, investigation, locksmithing, embalming, and working as a coroner, a surgeon, or doing something with the occult, which includes astrology. Also, another way the synastry aspect may be expressed could be where the moon person, you have to remember that this is a conjunction aspect, so it's neutral, it has good and bad qualities in it. A lot of people say, oh, I got this conjunction with this person, they're all gung-ho about it. Conjunction, can have, be auspicious in certain ways. It's very integrating. A lot of times it feels like it's, bonding, the two people together. But remember, you have, the friction, and the familiarity breeds contempt thing that comes into play. And when you have the moon conjunct Neptune in Synastry, that moon person, at times may be overly clingy, to the towards that Neptune person, and not give that Neptune person that ability to to isolate and escape from time to time. And on the other side of the coin, the Neptune person, maybe might at times may weaken or dissolve or dissipate those the emotional energy in the moon. They might not, the moon person might not always feel up emotionally to do things that are associated, with the emotional needs. Let's say if the moon person has their moon in Aquarius, those emotional needs may be connected, computers, electronics, astrology, innovation, tech labs, aviation, meteorology, something that could be connected with Aquarius, or even matters associated with humanitarianism and altruism. Um, Another thing about this aspect is that, when you look at this, the Neptune person, may at times bring chaos into the moon person's home. And, if the moon person, especially somebody that, has a chart that shows that he or she really likes, stability and tranquility, such as like a Taurus dominant, chart, or Taurus prominent chart, such as having the sun, moon, or ascendant in Taurus, it could cause some issues. This could be, an aspect, though, of doing something, with the metaphysical work, with the public, because the moon is connected with the public. Neptune is associated with the metaphysical, which includes astrology, and could be doing something like doing with tarot cards or psychic, readings. If somebody's a medium, these people may be able to collaborate on, some business together associated with that, and there may be, much empathy and compassion that is mutually expressed to each other. And the Neptune person, may have figured, prominently in the moon person's past to on some level, whether it was, maybe the Neptune person was a spiritual person, or somebody in the metaphysical, which includes astrology, or some other Neptune type, profession, whether it be chemistry or poetry or dancing, or somebody that simply inspired the moon individual to reach greater heights. Now, the thing about this is, and I've stated this in previous videos on my natal chart placements, and this applies to this aspect as well, and synastry aspects, is that never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, or what have you, and make an analysis of a person astrologically speaking based on that alone, because the person is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. And the same again applies towards synastry aspects. One synastry aspect certainly doesn't make or break a connection or relationship, and the moon conjunct Neptune in synastry is certainly no exception. And most synastry charts are going to have a plethora of aspects between person A and person B. Now, the moon conjunct Neptune aspect can be very, integrating, and, it's very synchronizing. It shows a very, intuitive connection. It could be a lot of, empathy and compassion, shown toward each other. But let's say you have the moon, conjunct Neptune in synastry, right? But the moon person has their moon making a square or opposition to the Neptune person's Mercury. That Mercury person, may often say things that are, sometimes derisive, or, say things in an abrupt way that may hurt the moon person's feelings, and it's less empathy in terms of when they're communicating to that moon person. Or if you have the moon square or opposite Mars in synastry with these people, that could show where the Mars person might cause, the moon person to become, the Mars person's actions may cause the moon person to become emotionally upset, and you would have, a little bit less of that compassion there because of that. Now, this wouldn't eradicate, the general description of the moon conjunct Neptune in synastry, but it may be a little bit less intense due to modifying aspects. Now, anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment. Until next time, Edwin Learnard saying, stay well.